Hey guys, welcome back to Once Over Wrestling. My name is Doc. This is my wife, Kaz, and we are back to give you guys the Friday Four. The Friday Four is where each of us talks about our two favorite things from this whole week's worth of wrestling. So before we get to that, if you guys can hit the subscribe button, like button, notification button, and the share button, share it with your friends. And please leave us a comment either on this video or check me out on Twitter. We would love to hear from you, hear what you guys think about wrestling and what your thoughts were on all the stuff that happened. Yeah, we would love to hear it. So with all that out of the way, Kaz.
Yeah.
Who goes first? I think I went first last time. You want to go first this time?
I'll go first this time.
All right, go for it.
So,
What was your number two favorite thing?
it's hard. It's really hard for me to decide between number one and number two.
Okay.
But I will say my number two favorite was the Fashion Police.
Ah, yes, the Fashion Police.
I love the Fashion
They
Police.
got shook up.
They did. And I like them just in general.
Yeah.
I enjoyed their backstage segment with the bar
Yeah.
making, or actually, they might have been in the ring. It doesn't matter. But they were, talking about how they were wearing dresses and
Yeah, yeah.
And
No, that
stuff.
was backstage.
That was backstage.
Because Dango wanted Breezy to write him a ticket.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, they're really good.
And then their match as well, kind of the whole thing put together.
Yeah.
And the fact that they won and
There are just certain things, like some wrestlers have things that you want to see. And maybe, especially with a team like the Fashion Police, you don't get to see them every week. But just simple things like when they always do the thing where someone does the like sunset flip or something and is trying to get a pin on Fandango, and he's got him his holding onto his thighs essentially, and Dango does the like
and then he turns
forever,
it into the
and then he turns it into the like hip shake thing. Like that, how can you not like that? That's
I know.
hilarious.
It is. They're fun and funny, and
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them this week.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I really hope that now that they're on Raw, they are taken seriously, or at least given the opportunity to do something more than they were doing on SmackDown, which was nothing really.
Yeah.
That was one of the saddest things about it, was just the fact that Fandango and Tyler Breeze were being wasted on only being able to do Fashion Files stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the positive thing, though, that even if they don't get a lot of TV time in terms of like wrestling matches, Raw is a 3-hour show. They're going to have plenty of time to do some really funny Fashion Files
Yeah, we'll
stuff.
be able to. We'll see them, and
Yeah, because I
they'll
mean,
be.
when you do it on SmackDown, that however much time you're using is taking up time that you could be using for wrestling matches. But I mean, they put so much terrible filler into Raw that it'll be a breath of fresh air to have something actually
Some
funny
good filler.
on Raw. So something to look forward to. That was a good pick.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. What's your second, I guess, pick?
So my second is actually very similar to my number one from last week, which is AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan tag teaming for the first time. The match wasn't really a world beater. It wasn't, legendary or anything like that. It was just one of those moments that was surreal. It was surreal when it was AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan in a WWE ring wrestling each other for the first time. And now it's like, I'm like a kid in a candy shop with this. Like, they could give me AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, like, a cooking challenge or whatever it is. Like, I want AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan to be working with each other, either with or against each other. So, yeah, that's my number two thing.
Good pick. Well done.
Thank you. What's your number one?
My number one is actually from NXT,
Ooh.
and it was the Ricochet match
Ricochet is good.
because it was so much fun to watch.
Yep.
He spent the whole match flipping and leaping, and
Yeah.
there wasn't ever any downtime for
Yeah,
him. He
there
just
wasn't
kept going.
that moment where there's a dude sitting in the middle of the ring and he's just like walking around.
Yeah. It was go, go, go the whole time.
You know,
and
maybe selling something, you know. They do that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying.
Yeah. So I just really enjoyed watching that match.
Yeah. Ricochet is great. I mean, I can't imagine that they don't do something really good with him. He's just far too big of a talent to just waste.
He's too good not to do something with.
And he's got such a pedigree. I mean, you know, Lucha Underground, New Japan, PWG, he's been everywhere. He's wrestled everyone. You know, and he's still young, you know. So, I don't know. That guy is going to be a superstar. If they play their cards right.
If they do it right, if they let him, hopefully they do.
Yeah.
Because that was probably my favorite match to watch of the whole shebang this week.
Yeah, it was really good.
Just as far as like entertainment value goes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite, like, is it wrestling matches or storylines? Because he's, like, I mean, that wasn't really a big storyline or anything.
Well, it's a combination, I guess. I like this. I guess usually it's storyline. Until you get a Lucha in the ring or someone like Ricochet who does the high flying stuff, Cedric Alexander too. But you put one of them in the ring, and then it's about the wrestling more than the story.
Yeah.
But in general, I think I enjoy the storylines more and the characters more, like the Fashion Police and stuff, because they're funny but when it comes to the high flyers, then it's the wrestling.
Interesting. Cool beans. Now is it time for my number one?
It is.
So my number one favorite thing that happened this week was Jeff Hardy winning the United States title, becoming a Grand Slam champion. I don't know. It's just a really cool moment. I'm glad that he's able to do it. He's approaching if not in the thick of the twilight of his career. I mean, he's what, 40? 40?
We Googled that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 40 or 4, but Matt's 43.
Matt's 43.
So, I mean, he's 40 years old, although AJ's 40 years old too, so. But yeah, anyways, I mean, he is approaching the end of his career, so I'm glad that he's able to go on this singles run, get a belt, get some gold around his waist. You know, I feel like he deserves it, and that he's going to do a really good job with it. So I thought that was a cool moment.
It is a great moment.
Here's looking at you, Jeff.
You are more of a wrestler. You're wrestling versus storyline.
Yeah.
More about the wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, the best storylines come out of, like, the best matches. You know, I like when feuds are built in that way. Like, ooh, this guy's a good wrestler, but this guy's a really good wrestler too. You know, and so, anyways, I think that's why I like a lot of the New Japan storylines, is because those storylines develop over years. You know, and it's just matches and wins and stuff like that. It's not backstage, I've got the camera on you, now say these lines and do it well and make it funny. You know, because sometimes it works. Like the Fashion Police, it works. But there are a lot of other times that it's like,
don't give that guy a mic.
Guy, you're not an actor.
Ever.
You're not an actor, and this is very awkward. Which sometimes it can lead to something really funny, but most of the time it falls flat. So, anyways, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, so there you go. Is that the Friday 4?
That's a Friday 4.
All right, well, that was our 4 favorite moments, and they're 4 different moments from this week. Nothing overlapping. Did we have anything overlap last week?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
It's because of our different perspectives on what we appreciate, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So anyways, well, thanks for joining us, guys. Please, again, tell us what you liked from this week's wrestling. Leave us a comment on this video or hit me up on Twitter. Because we'd love to hear from you. And like I said, if you could hit the like button on this video, the subscribe button, and the notification button, that'll let you know when we upload new videos. And share it with your friends. Anybody who's a wrestling fan and might have some feedback and input, we'd love to hear it. So, anyways, unless you have anything else, Kaz?
Nope.
All right. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week.